Leap year birthday. I'm a time traveler, Leroy told his friends. He waved his hands, widened his eyes, and said, Whoosh! His friends looked less than impressed. Seriously? Alan said. Time works differently for me, Leroy said. Today is my birthday, and I'm in second grade. That I'm only 2 years old. The others stared at him, then burst into laughter. You're 8. Lucky, Lucy said. Not 2. Leroy tried to explain. Most of the other years don't count. They're sort of pretend years. My birthday is on February 29. It's called a leap year birthday, which happens only every 4 years. For time travelers like me, 4 of your years is like one of mine. That's crazy, said Philip. If you're only 2, maybe you should be wearing diapers. Leroy just looked at him. I don't need diapers. Leroy just looked at him. I don't need diapers, he said. I need to understand why I'm birthday deprived. The others walked away down the street together, shaking their heads in disbelief. Leroy frowned. His parents had wished him a happy birthday at breakfast, but no one mentioned a party or a cake. And after all, shouldn't he get 4 of each? He really was birthday deprived. Leroy wondered. What about those other people with leap year birthdays? There had to be a few out there. Were they confounded by this whole, whole situation too? Why did February 29 have to be different anyone anyway? Why couldn't it behave like all those other days of the year? If it stopped being different, Leroy could stop being different too. Leroy shrugged and shuffled into the kitchen. Mom, Dad, do we have a book about time travel? Leroy asked. Sorry, Leroy, Mom said. That the library might. Let's go see. At the library, Leroy asked the librarian, Mr. Romero, about time travel. I'm trying to comprehend it. But I'm only 2 years old, he said. Is that so? He asked. I would. I would guessed you were 8. I have 8, Leroy said. I mean, I ought to be 8. Today is my birthday. Aha! cried Mr. Romero. I live day, baby. More of a toddler, Leroy said. Since I'm 2, Mr. Romero smiled and asked, So is it time travel you want to know about your leap day? Aren't they the same? Leroy asked. Not really, he said. Let's try something, Mr. Romero asked Leroy's mother to pretend she was the sun, and Leroy to pretend he was planet Earth. Next, Mr. Romero told Leroy to spin like a top while also circling his mom. Every time you complete a spin, one day passes. He told Leroy, you also move a little bit in a big loop around the sun. One full loop, getting back to where you started. This is 1 year. That's 365 spins or days on your journey. Over time, people figured out a year was not exactly 365 days. Mr. Romero explained, to complete a full year, you have to spin a little bit more. You need an extra quarter of a turn or 6 hours every year. In 4 years, that adds up to one full extra day, a special year with 366 days. Calendars would not work without leap years. Leroy's mom added, in 100 years, summer would start almost a month later. Why are they called leap years? Lero asked. Mr. Romero smiled. Say, near New Year's Eve was Sunday last year. Usually that means it would be Monday this year, but in a leap year it would be Tuesday. It would skip or leap ahead a full day. Leroy laughed for joy. He finally understood. When he returned home, Leroy's dad and friends were waiting for him with streamers and party hats. Happy birthday! They shouted. Your mom got you out of the house while we decorated. Rochelle said. Leroy shook his head in amazement. When you were born, my heart leaped for joy. Mom said, mine too. Dad added. They brought out a cake with 8 candles. 6 were blue and 2 red, Leroy's favorite color. For this, for his specially dear birthday, Mom and Dad beamed at Leroy like the sun beams at the earth. Leroy became back.